So, today we're going to be playing 10 Candles. This is a kind of a tragic horror story. We're going to kind of go through the process of like character creation. It is a role play game. We're just going to have a little bit of fun with it. So I'm going to go through different steps through the process, kind of talk you through it. By the end of that process, we will have characters created for each person with some digital index cards, and then we will proceed with playing. So, because of the nature of this game, we may explore some. Typically, if we were doing like a long term campaign, I would go over some things that, uh, if we encounter something that makes you uncomfortable, it would be something that I could prevent beforehand. This isn't a very intense situation, but if something does happen with it being a horror game that does make anyone uncomfortable, you can message me directly, or you can just like do like a little X right there. That'll let me know I need to stop and move on if I need to. Make sense?
Mm.
All right. So, like I said, this is a kind of horror game type situation. You guys are approaching this with your characters as though they are everyday people, and by the end of the session, no one's going to survive it. Like it is a tragic situation. Just approach it as though you were trying to, but with the understanding your characters are likely going to die by the end. It's more about the journey than the destination. So, to start, if somebody would like, I see one's already lit. Go ahead and light two more candles for me. Perfect. Now in the top right, you should see where it says add a card. We're going to start with virtue. So you click on that and then select virtue. It should prop a card. Everybody writes a virtue. They should solve more problems than they create. Examples are like lucky, resourceful, watchful, merciful, daring, etc. Once you have written what's on your card, please click on the card and drag it to the player on your right. If I am on your right, pass it to the next player.
I actually did two. Does that matter?
You made two?
Yeah.
Okay. You should see like a little fire sign on it. Just click the one that you don't want, or the one that you did not receive, or were you given to? Is that the
No,
situation?
I made two. I
Okay, so
just
burn the one you don't want to have made.
yeah, I just burned one.
Awesome. And let me know when everybody has either has received and given away a card.
Just gave away my card.
Okay, so everybody's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we are going to do a vice card. So you click on that same spot, click vice. This would be like afraid, greedy, regretful, addicted, naive, controlling, etc. And you pass that to the left. If I'm on your left, you pass it to the next available person. And let me know when y'all have received your cards.
Person to our left, you said?
Person to your left. Pass me if
Okay.
I am on your left. Everybody's good? All right. So now I describe the kind of scenario that you're going to be stepping into. And once I do, you guys are going to kind of figure out which character is going to be. So, you guys work in kind of like a research lab situation, kind of like a almost clinical by nature. It's mostly made up by researchers, scientists, security, things on that line. Um, and roughly a couple days ago, everything went dark. The sun vanished from the sky. You've all kind of been locked down in this facility. However, without the sun, even solar powered generators are starting to lose their juice. With the exception of weird sounds in the distance, you know that it's not going to be much longer before you will have to venture out to try to find resources, people, anything. With that in mind, with you in this lockdown, I want everybody to click on the top right and then click on the character concept. Or character. Yeah, character inventory slot. Here you can just write a brief description. This could be something like Jackie Barnes. I am a strong, kind of large security officer. I tend to kind of work near the research facility, something along that line. Just something to give you an idea that you can utilize alongside your now presented vice and virtue. If you're speaking, I can't hear you.
Does it show on everybody's cards in the middle? Because I only have a virtue and here I don't have a vice.
You didn't receive your vice?
I don't
Uh-uh.
think I have any cards right now.
So if you click on your name, any cards that you have should pop up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it says you don't have any cards yet.
How many cards does everybody have?
I have two.
So you got three, which should be right. Um, Kate has two. Your hero has two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And is it your vice and your character, or your virtue and character?
Virtue and character, yeah.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, three.
Pardon? Who said they had three? You did. Okay. Um, and Braden, how much do you have?
I have 0. It says you don't have any cards.
You have zero. Oh.
I have two.
Oh, hi, dude.
Alrighty then. Let's see. Um, okay, well, let's back up a couple steps then. Um, raise your hand if you have three cards. Raise your hand if you have two cards. And you have no cards. Okay, so let's see here. Braden is here, which means so if Brendan, if you would recreate the virtue you wrote for Braden, and then make sure you hit correct and slide it over. And Cade, if you could rewrite the vice that you wrote for Braden, make sure you hit create and then slide it over. And then Braden, if you would hit the add card and select the character inventory and work on your character after they've given that to you.
What was the
There we go.
description for the vice again?
Vice is like a just like a one word or brief example of like something that would kind of create problems, like whether they're greedy, regretful, addicted,
Yeah.
naive. It's usually a bad personality trait.
Yeah.
What about virtue?
Virtue are more good things like watchful, resourceful, merciful, daring, brave, strong. These are more positive traits that will be more helpful than bad. Okay, so Braden, let me know when you have your cards.
I have virtue right now.
Okay. And without telling me what you have, Brendan, what do like without telling me the specifics on the card, do you have your vice, virtue, and character, or like what is it you're missing? Your audio is not coming through.
I have 2 vices and a virtue.
You have two vices and a virtue. All right. So, is one of the vices one you created?
No, I gave mine to Brayden.
So
You
these are
give
two
one
you.
to me. Slide K to vice. There we go.
Okay. So how many does everyone have now?
I just have a virtue right now, so I have a virtue and no vice.
Cade, what do you have?
I have all three now. But I got back one of the ones I created, if that matters.
What is it you created?
The tweaker.
A vice. Okay, so the vice. Vice should have gone to the left. Okay, so that should be with Brayden.
Yeah.
So you should be able to just click, carry it over to Brayden's name, let it go, and
Oh,
it should. There we go.
Yeah, so now I have a vice and a virtue.
You have vice and a virtue. Does everybody have a vice and a virtue?
Yeah.
now I don't have a vice because I just got rid of
You don't
the
have a
one I
vice. Okay, so Isaac should have given a vice to Cade.
got it.
Okay, so now your character concepts. You'll click on that thing, select the character inventory, and just kind of give a brief description of your character in the card. And this is kind of based on your vice and your virtue that you've been given. Consider these cards kind of like filters that you will filter your character's actions through. Let me know when y'all have your character trait or concept.
I got mine.
So I'm just trying to basically summarize my character in a sentence.
Pretty much like I said, into two. Uh, like I gave earlier. I'm Jackie Barnes. I'm a security officer. I am kind of large and physically strong. Things along that line. Just something simple concept for you to build off of based off of the traits you've received.
So once we create this, what do we do with it?
That is yours. That's just if in play you happen to come across any items, you'll also put that there. Like I said, it also says your inventory, but that's mostly just for you to remember your character. If you like have a moment of like what do I need to do in the moment to try to remember who your character is and think like them as much as you can. Um, everybody's got theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. All right. Um, if somebody would light the next three candles for me, and I will say, I will go ahead. If for whatever reason you happen to click and turn off a candle, the candle cannot be relit. Okay. The next, you're going to create another card. This card is going to be your moment. These moments have an opportunity to grant you hope, which we'll get into when we get to it. These are found in acts of like heroism or discovery, completing a goal. Um, so you will start off the card with "I will find hope," will be the first few words, and then examples would be like "I will find hope in a moment of prayer at a quiet church," or "when one of them lies dead at my feet," or "when the truth of the sky is revealed to me." If something on that line, like what is your character's kind of motivation, so to speak? Ambition would be a better word. And let me know when you all have your moments.
I got mine.
All right.
Okay. So now we're going to create the final card we'll be making, which is your brink. Um, Rather than representing who they are, brinks represent a hidden trait, who they become when pushed to the edge of hopelessness, fear, and desperation. When everything else is burned, this is their last refuge. They will remain secret until used. Each player is going to write "I've seen you" at the top of the card, and then fill the rest with a word or short description reference sentence. The brink written by the player. This one has a little bit of an exception. So the player to the left of me, the GM, which is going to be Cade for this game, yours instead says, "I have seen them." Them being a reference to the creatures that kind of stalk the primary antagonist of the game you play. Um, the brink may determine a strength, power, or identity for them, but never a weakness. So you have a little bit of power here to kind of mold what these creatures will behave like. Can't be a weakness, though. The GM to the right will receive a brink that says they have seen you. So this will go to Isaac, and I will make that just now.
You have like a good example for me to use because I don't want to
Oh,
be too
okay.
blunt.
So, for example, pass to the left. So you say you were writing one, and it would say something to the effect of like, uh, "I have seen you abandon a friend to get ahead, or sacrifice someone to save yourself, or I have seen you steal uh, rations when other people were hungry." These are more. These are acts of desperation, typically.
Yeah, and then mine would be like something good though, because I got I'm the
Yours
leader.
would be
You
a
said.
situation like it's not necessarily like it doesn't have to be like a virtue type good situation, but you can't give them a weakness. So you can't be like they don't like they're allergic to bubbles. You can't do something like that. It'd be something to the effect of I have seen them change shape, or I have seen them spit acid that can melt through walls, or things along that line. Or I've seen them vanish in thin air. It's just like I have seen you do
Yeah.
something, or I've seen them do something.
Do we all make a card or just the two?
Yes, you guys everybody makes a card and passes it to the left. The exception for that rule is the ones on the both sides of the GM, which is what I was specifying.
Talking to the right, right?
Oh, sorry, I got these mixed up. I think I'm giving one to Cade, and Isaac makes the one for me. I apologize because we are passing to the left. I got it mixed up. My apologies.
I still pass mine, right?
So you are going to be doing a "I have seen you" and then a thing, and then you pass that to
I think I
Brayton.
just sent mine
Oh,
over.
I don't do the I have seen them.
No, I got them mixed up. Isaac is the one who gets
Oh,
the "I see them."
oh,
So yours
I already,
is you're going to receive the one where they see you.
yeah, I accidentally already created it. Can I like make it go away?
Yeah. So once you've created it, you should see a little like looks like a little fire in the corner of the card. Click
Oh,
it, and it burns
oh
it away.
yeah, perfect, perfect.
So is my brink card supposed to be like a kind of like a negative? Like I've seen you put yourself ahead of somebody else, essentially. Like
Generally speaking, it's usually like let's see. It doesn't necessarily have to be like detrimental. Like it could be a strength, or no, this is the back up here. Yeah, this is supposed to be representative of what the character would do when pushed to their brink. Like this is what you are capable of when you are backed in the corner. When you have nothing left about you to fight with, this is what you lean into, and it's usually something that's some kind of self-preservation. I played one where somebody passed when it was like, "I've seen you worship them," or "I've seen you wound a friend to escape," or something on that line. They're usually not pleasant. and I have sent Cade their brink. Um, has everybody received their brink?
I have 2 brinks.
Is it a brink? Are they both brinks? Are one of the, you have 2 brinks? Are they one of them a brink you've made?
No, I gave mine to Isaac.
I gave mine to Braden.
Okay. Does the vice that you were given say they have seen, or you have seen them, or I have seen them?
My brink cards?
You have 2 brinks, right?
Yeah.
Are both of them I have seen something?
Yes. I've seen and I have seen.
Okay. Um. Okay, so Isaac, you gave yours to Brendan.
I still have mine. So do I pass from the right or the left?
Sorry, it's came in a little fuzzy there. You're muted. I can't hear you. Or at least your audio didn't come in at all.
Yeah, I did right away, and then we switched up what we were doing. I did right away, and then can you hear me?
Who's talking?
I think it's Isaac, but it's just super delayed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hear me now?
I'm starting to hear. I've tried dropping out of the call and then popping back in. Sometimes that helps clear things up.
Are you guys doing this on split screen? Or no?
I have 2 monitors, so I have 1 on each. But otherwise, yeah, I'd split it.
Hear me now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can.
So what were you saying?
Right before switched up what we were doing, I did send Brendan. So then I had seen you, but now I have do I pass it to the left or the right?
Okay. So where I got things mixed up, you are writing one for me. So yours is I have seen them, and then you are writing something can't be a weakness, but you are writing something about the
Yep.
creatures, and then you give that to me. So what is it you created? And
Gotcha.
Brendan can go ahead and delete it.
Just delete one of the brinks.
The one that you got from Isaac.
I don't know what one it
Gotcha.
was.
Okay.
Which one? What is the one you created, Isaac? I'm sorry, it didn't come through again.
You'll have to read them back. Oh gosh, you can't. Let me think. Something about kill. Yeah, let's see. Okay. I'm just doing that one.
Okay. What was the brink that you sent to Brendan?
I think it was the one involving. I think I added to kill on there.
Killing someone in rage.
Yeah.
Okay, so burn that one. And the one that you're going to do is you have seen them, and then you are writing something specifically. This brink may determine a strength, a power, or identity, but never a weakness.
Gotcha.
And then you will send that over to me.
Gotcha. Did you receive the one I sent you, I think like a minute ago?
Okay. I have received it. So everybody has one break. All right. This we're going to keep secret. Only the person who sent you your card knows what you got. And you can only utilize this card once all your other cards have been burned away. And we'll get into how that works in a few. All right. So to kind of give an idea of how this works, I'm gonna set a scene and we're gonna dive right in. Anytime anybody goes to take any kind of action, I will call for a roll. And then you will click on the little roll button up here, and it will produce whatever results on the dice. You want a 6. If you get 1 6 out of any of them, that's a success. You completed the task you were trying to do. And you get to narrate what happens. Like, I'm going to try to find a weapon. Okay, roll. You roll, you get a 6. And then you tell me what you find. You have a weapon. Or I'm trying to knock down a door. Tell me how you knock down the door. If you don't get any 6s, I narrate. And I determine the event, the result of the roll. Anytime you roll a 1, I click and drag that 1 over here, and for the remainder of the scene, you're down that die. If you roll 4 1s and can't do anything about it, that's 4 less dice that you have for the remainder of the scene. If you roll and there are no 6s, that means you fail to roll. I blow out a candle, and I narrate at the failure, and we move on to the next scene. Based on how I've said things. Once every time, we'll get to that when the first scene ends, and that way I'm not putting too much out there. But when you guys finally run out of candles, that's it. We go to the final stage of the game. Does anyone have any questions before we dive in? All right. 10 candles lit. You are, as I said, in kind of like a research clinic. A little isolated from much of kind of a little kind of on the outskirts of town. What you guys kind of do here is can be considered dangerous in a sense of research. Power went out a couple days ago. The sun vanished. You guys have been relying on the generator. You've heard some weird noises outside, but you've been on lockdown, and nobody's really been daring to kind of brave the elements, considering it's pitch black outside anywhere you look. But the lights are starting to flicker. You do know that there's a car outside, a truck from people bringing in resources every once in a while when they would ride into town. You guys are kind of in, we'll say, kind of like the mess hall cafeteria area, waiting for some kind of decision to be made. And at this point, I will go ahead and ask everybody to introduce their characters. And I'll just go down the line of what I have here. Braden, who are you this evening?
Would that mean that I should read my inventory?
The character concept. Just introduce who you are to everyone.
Um, is it just like my actual name, Brayden, or do I have a name?
I mean, it can be if you want, but it could be a character you made up. We're just playing pretend. So whatever you want to do with it.
All right, I'm Brayden. I'm hyper alert, always watching, but very fidgety. I notice small details, but I'm very erratic.
Okay. Brendan.
So I'm just reading my character card, basically, or what?
Basically, just kind of introducing what your character is, giving everybody kind of an idea of who they're interacting with.
I'm Brendan, and I'm a first responder who survived when they shouldn't have. And then I don't know what else to add to that, but
That's good. All right. So, and what is, I forget, Braden, what is Braden's role at the clinic?
Oh, I'm a security guard.
Security guard, first responder. All right, Kate.
I'm Pegasus, observant to all surroundings, and never let anything get past me. I always in people's business and know what's going on around me.
Oh yeah. What is your role at this facility?
I didn't make one. Was it in one of my cards? Or do I just gotta put that? I'll
Just kind
be
of, whatever. As just what did you do in the facility? Were you another security guard? Were you one of the scientists?
I like that, the scientist.
Okay. Let's see. We got Brendan and Isaac. Who are we this evening?
I'm Isaac. I'm an undercover agent that is quiet and stealthy, but loves to adventure, can be seen by a selected few, and addicted to being undercover.
Okay, so undercover agent, workaholic type situation. All right,
Hmm.
cool. And it was Isaac.
Yep.
Gotcha. Cool, cool. So you guys are kind of sitting in this cafeteria situation. You know that there is a car outside, but you've been hearing weird noises over the last couple days. Resources are getting thin. At this point, I am going to hand the scene over to you. You can interact with each other in character. If you don't want to necessarily get too heavy into role play, you can just kind of tell me what it is that you're wanting to do, or just kind of talk about things that are going on. How do you wish to engage with the scene?
Let's go out and see what it is.
Uh,
Okay. So
was a
one of
fire.
your go ahead.
I mean, let's can we get a little bit more again. I think we're all kind of stuck.
Sure. So if you have any questions about the scene, this would be like I've put you guys kind of like in a cafeteria mess hall. You guys are kind of seated here determining what it is you're going to do next. You haven't seen anybody in 2 days except for you guys. The place is kind of in a lockdown. You don't know if there are any survivors from the clinic here or not. You don't know if there's anything going on outside. So right now, it's kind of just you guys trying to piece things together and figure out what you're going to do next. One of you has suggested, fuck it, let's go out there. If anyone has any protest or suggestions or anything on that line, you're welcome to go through it. Or if anybody has an action they wish to commit, we can dive into it. It's very much if you were Pegasus and you were in this situation, what would Pegasus do?
Right. I like it. Let's go out there, but let's be careful.
Okay. So we got a couple people thinking about going outside. Any objections, or do we wish to move on?
Let's move on and be quiet.
Okay. So since this was Braden's idea, Braden, you've suggested that we move from the cafeteria, from the facility. You know there's a car outside with gas. What do you want to do? Uh, your friends advise caution. Um, is there anything within the facility you want to do, or before you head out, or you want to just head to the door, get to the car, and go where you can?
Maybe let's first look for some supplies around. Maybe some weapons in case things go bad. I don't know. There's some like a one of those axes in the glass somewhere or something like that.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So go ahead and hit roll as you kind of begin to investigate some stuff. No ones, two sixes. What did you find?
Oh, we found the axe.
All right, you got an axe, maybe a little bit of food, some water, a
Yeah.
couple of resources that you might want to take with you on the road. Fantastic. You got your stuff. Uh, are you personally keeping the axe?
Sure.
All right, so go ahead and pull up that character inventory card and just kind of enter below fire axe.
Just right on there.
Yep, just add it on there.
Okay.
Okay. And I will do this to help me keep track of other things. Okay. So, you got your fire axe, food and water. You've pretty much found what you need to in this place. You make your way outside. Um, you start to make your way to the car. You notice that somebody, as you're kind of investigating, locked the keys in the truck.
We got the axe. Let's break the window.
Whoever wishes to break the window, please give me a roll. Okay, so this is a success. You are going to complete your task. However, we do have 3 ones here. So, um, who is it that was it Braden
Yeah.
that rolled? Okay, so here's I forgot to make you guys do something. Uh, so if you will pull up your cards real quick, you are supposed to order the cards. The brink is always at the bottom, but you're supposed to put the cards in a particular order. Those first 3. Ideally, only like one moment at the top. But so say, for example, like in this context, say Braden had physically strong as their virtue. They could then burn that virtue card and get to reroll all the ones in order to possibly save the dice pool. If you can apply the card you have on the top to the action that you're taking, you can burn the card and reroll your ones. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So are you able to apply whatever card you've put on top to this roll, or do you want to leave the ones out?
You talking to me or Braden?
I think
Braden,
he's talking to you.
you're the one
Oh,
who broke the
Okay.
window, right?
I'm the
oh
one who
no,
broke
he was the
the
one that wanted to break the window, but I'm the one with the axe.
Right. So if
Oops, I
you're the one
accidentally
who's
gave
taking
you.
the
I
action,
accidentally slid you one of my cards. Storyteller.
oh, you sent it to me.
Devlin.
Okay.
All right,
Devlin.
sure. I can burn my moment then.
What is your moment? Like, does your moment apply to this?
Um, Not really. So if it doesn't apply, then I can't burn it.
Right. So like you would
Okay.
want something like I'm breaking this window. Something would be like resourceful or uh physically strong, something to that effect.
Okay. No, I can't. I don't have anything that would apply then.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, good. You're good.
Keep trying to view
So,
my cards and it goes to you.
sometimes technology is finicky. All right. So, with nothing burned, you did succeed, but you do lose these dice for the remainder of the scene, which does decrease your chances of success. So, uh, you smash the window, you're able to get inside. Uh, which of you can drive? Your
I can
cards are not
drive.
affiliated with that, it's just determining who's going to drive.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I can drive.
Okay. You get in the car, and you begin kind of making your way toward town. It's roughly like a 20-minute drive before you reach before you kind of break out of the more rural areas. Um, as you're driving, you do notice that there is a small structure just off the road, maybe about a few hundred yards out. You can see that there is a small house that looks like there is light inside. They still have power somehow.
All right. I say we go in there. We got an axe. Let them know we want to get in. Not be violent. Let's try to make friends, and if things go wrong, we got an axe.
Okay. So you pull up onto the property, get a little closer. You can see the light inside, but on the outside you see a small, like a German shepherd, scratching at the door, kind of whining. What do you wish to do? Or if you have any questions about the scene, feel free to ask. But otherwise, how do you wish to proceed?
I'll sneak around the back and try and open the window.
So you're going to try to find a way in.
Yeah, I'm pretty stealthy.
Go ahead and give me a roll. All right. So you do have a success. So you are going to succeed in this task. However, you do have a 1. Do you have something you can burn here, or do you want to move forward?
I got something I can burn.
Do you wish to?
Yeah,
Okay, so you'll click the little fire symbol on the card. You no longer have access to that to help you with a resource.
gotcha.
But go ahead and re-roll, and we'll take the leftmost value as your replacement. We already know you succeeded. That is not a 1, so you're not going to lose any dice. You make your way around the back, you open a window, kind of take a peek in. There's nothing immediately here in this kitchen. You don't see anyone or anything, but you can see the light coming from what you likely suspect is the living room. Uh, are you all staying together, or are you going alone?
I think I'll go alone.
Okay. Before we get to what you're doing, are you going into the house?
Yeah, I'm going to the house alone. Yeah.
As you go to step into the house, what are the three of you doing?
Well, Braden, you got that axe.
I
You
think I
want
should go with him. I'll go with him.
well,
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
oh, only he
We'll
can go.
we'll stay at the truck and watch out, keep guard. You know.
Yeah.
All right. So Braden is going to go with Isaac into the building, and Brendan and Pegasus are staying by the car.
Mhm.
Fantastic. In that case, the two of you make your way into the house. How are you? Are you moving cautiously? How are you? Are you going straight to the light? Are you doing any exploration? Feel free to ask any questions about the scene.
Uh, I'll go cautiously because I'm pretty quiet and stealthy, and he'll be in the back in case I need his help.
All right. Are you making your way to the light, or are you doing anything here in the kitchen first?
I'm grabbing a knife in case I need it, and then I'll go to the light.
Go ahead and roll for me to see if you can find a knife.
Oh Lord.
You find a knife. You get a nice large kitchen knife. I don't suppose you have. I suppose, yeah, we're just going to lose this one here.
Yeah.
All right, that brings us down to 5 dice. Not too bad, especially for the first scene. As you grab the knife, you guys begin to kind of step forward, creeping through the house. Isaac, you kind of take the doorway, kind of peek around, see what you can find. You see that there is a kind of like one of those old like battery lamps that you might take to like camping or something on that line, seated kind of on this little table next to like a large recliner. And the recliner, you see somebody covered in blood, not moving. You see that blood is starting to kind of has been kind of pulled, kind of dried at this point, but it did make its way mostly across the room, where by the door, you see something kind of hunched in the dark. It's a little difficult to make out. I will say you can tell it is actively avoiding the light, and the way the light reaches the rest of the room, it is kind of isolated in that corner there. And you can hear the dog scratching and whining on the other side.
You should probably go attack it. Not gonna lie. We got weapons. We're ready to go. If all goes to worst, we can always just run to the truck. They got it started, ready to go. Just hop in, dip out of there.
So you two are gonna die, and then we're gonna escape in the truck.
That is the determination. We're going in and attacking it.
Maybe we should like. Does this look like a human or like a creature?
Hard to tell. You're kind of just seeing like the silhouette of a shape kind of hunched down, cowering from the light. Any specific details would require closer investigation.
Is the only way we could see that object in the corner is going into the room, or is there different point of views?
If you maybe found a way to come from like another part of the house, perhaps like maybe from the upstairs, you might be able to try to find a less direct route. I will go ahead and add, you did notice that it seems to be recoiling from the light.
Got to pick up the lantern and then go over there.
Did anybody bring a flashlight? I don't know.
You pick up the lantern. You make your way over, kind of hold it up. You see a rather horrific figure. It looks human-esque in its form and shape, but it does kind of look like skin stretched taut over bone. It is gaunt and lanky, long arms and incredibly long, skinny fingers and digits, and its jaw seems to be kind of elongated. The corners of the mouth stretch back just a little too far, and its eyes sunken in with a yellow glow. When you approach it and hold the light up, it kind of snarls. It looks, now that you're seeing it, it looks like it might be wounded. When it sees the light, as the light makes contact with it, rather, it quickly slams down to the ground and then scurries up the stairs. Once it does make its way upstairs, you begin to hear more rustling. Not. You pick up there might be more than one up there.
We lock it upstairs. Come up with a better plan.
You don't know how long this lamp has been here. You're unsure how long the batteries have.
We maybe like make our own torch or something.
You're welcome to give a look around to see if you can find anything to make a torch.
We got an axe. Could chop some wood.
If you wish to roll, go for it. Who is attempting to make a torch?
I can make the torch since I have the axe. I'll roll.
All right, go ahead and roll for me.
Just roll.
Okay. So there are no 6s here. That means I take narrative control, unless you have something that can help you with this task and you can re-roll those ones.
If I say it, can we talk about if I should burn it or not?
Yeah, we can talk about it. Yeah, we can talk.
All right,
We
I
can talk
got
about it.
I
Let's
Oh,
go.
got it.
good.
I said it says I will find hope when I see the sunset. So I figured sun has something to do with the torch.
The sunset and
Okay.
darkness.
So here's a mechanical difference between a moment and your traits, the vice and the virtue.
Okay.
When you burn your moment, you see this little blue die over here?
Yeah.
This gives you access to a hope die, which you'll be able to use to like add to your roll, and the success threshold is lower. So that is a good card, but it's not going to let you re-roll those ones.
Okay, so we can't do it then. So then you're gonna have to tell a story.
Okay. Because this is a failure, that means that is the end of this scene. One candle goes out. You go and you are trying to chop pieces like furniture, whatever you can, something you can use to make a torch. And in the process of it, you are looking for some kind of alcohol, some kind of accelerant to kind of hold the flame. However, in the middle of this process, your lamp starts to flicker. The batteries are dying. It goes out. And then you hear the scurrying upstairs stop. You begin to hear the weight shift slowly as they seem to be making their way to the top of the steps. You quickly take the lantern, start banging on it. Light pops up for another moment. You have to flee. The only exit you guys have created at this moment is the back window. You make your way out, run to the car. You guys can see the front of the house. The wood bowing. You hear clawing and scratching. You all get in. Cade starts the truck, takes off as you see a small horde of these creatures bust out of the small farm home, breaking to the road and chasing you. They're not fast enough to keep up with your vehicle, though. And you make your distance. We now transition to the second scene. Now that we have finished a scene, what happens now is at the end of each thing, at the end of each scene, when a candle goes out, you guys get all your dice back, equal to the number of dice or number of candles you have lit. Every dice that doesn't return to you goes to me, which means your circumstances can become more threatening. And the further we go in, the higher your chances of failure and the higher mine are for success. We now go to now that we have finished the first scene, we're now going to the second. There's another mechanic called establishing truth. So the first candle's darkened, scene ends. We now enter the establishing truth phase. During this phase of game, players and the GM are meant to establish one irrefutable fact about the world. These can pertain to a single change in the story, but the change can be anything, helpful or harmful to the survivors. Truths about a weakness of them, or the darkness or the sunless sky, may be established by the GM. So, to begin, the GM states the following: these things are true. The world is dark. This phrase must be spoken by the GM, and then once everything is spoken, everybody at the end will unanimously say, "We are alive." And that marks the end of this phase. So, to kick things off, these things are true. The world is dark. So then we go to Cade. Cade, you just get to make up a fact, and I have to run with it. Whether it's to
Okay.
your benefit or if it's to your detriment, I have to go with it. Except you can't bring the sun back. That's kind of important to the whole thing. But
All right. Say we got a mean dog. He's on our side.
okay, so like the German Shepherd from the farmhouse got in the car with you.
He's on our side. A
Fantastic.
killer dog.
All right, Braden.
Um, our vehicle has a big bull bar with some spikes on it.
Okay, Braden.
We have a generator in the back of the truck and some fuel.
All right, Isaac.
We have gallons of water and coolers of food in the back of the truck.
All right, let me write this down. This will be smarter for me. All right. All right. I will add. Since that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Um. Uh. They seem to have. They seem to be somewhat hesitant to water. All right, Kate.
Who's they?
So the creatures that like what you just encountered
Oh,
only referred to in the book as they or them.
yeah.
They're just nameless creatures. They are the things that you're running from.
They're hesitant to water, so like we could attack them with water and they'd be scared.
Maybe, maybe at least a deterrent. They seem to respond negatively to water.
Yeah, well, let's use the water that we have in the back and throw it on them.
Shit, man, we gotta find an island.
Yeah, it's awesome. We gotta get to an island.
Okay. Well, first I need a truth. So, Cade, what's your next truth? Because we have 9 that we have to get through.
Okay. Oh, I have another truth that I can add to the scene you're saying? Okay, sorry.
No, you're good.
Let's say the dog can outfight these monsters.
Okay. The dog is capable of fighting them.
Yep.
Braden.
We got a boat somewhere where someone before the world ended got a boat stashed somewhere
There's a boat somewhere.
that we can use. Yeah.
All right, Brendan.
I don't know. Something about their creatures. They're demonic, not worldly. I don't know.
They are otherworldly. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Isaac, last one.
We have a big portable spotlight attached to the generator.
Portable spotlight. Okay. Okay. And then the final truth, which everyone would speak in unison, is we are alive, and we are alive. This must be spoken at the end of establishing every truth phase. So, at last one, and we are all alive. Let's try it again. Everyone together? All right. And we are
And
all
we are
alive. Beautiful. All right. So, you guys have been driving. You finally kind of make it somewhere into town. You know there's a boat somewhere. Likely on the other end of town, kind of where the piers are. Be your best bet. As you are kind of going through, you got your food, you got your water, you got a generator with gas. However, you notice that the city itself seems to be incredibly dark. You don't see a whole lot of light in any of the buildings as you're driving through town. A lot of abandoned cars that are kind of making it difficult to navigate through. And you see there are a couple of like blockades. In addition to not seeing any light or just people, you don't even see any signs of their death. There's no bodies anywhere. It's just empty. The debris and blockades that you're having to navigate do kind of slow you down a little. But you got the spotlight, you got your water, you got your fire axe and your knife. As you're creeping through, you hear something. There's can't tell, maybe it's whispers or maybe someone crying in the distance, but you hear what sounds like a person. Oh, give them a second. Welcome back. All right. You hear what kind of sounds like a person, but what they're saying or what they're trying to get out to anyone, it's not coming through very clearly. Do you wish to engage with this in any capacity, or do you wish to move forward? Or whatever else you'd like to do. Any questions about the scene, feel free to ask.
So we can't tell what the noise is? I mean,
Not at this distance. You can kind of tell the direction, but you're uncertain as to what it actually is. It's kind of muffled. It might be under something. It's hard to tell.
we stopped at the house. Should we check this out too?
So we engage.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. You guys try to follow the sound. Before long, you do see where it looks like some part of like a building has collapsed onto the street. And you can hear the voice coming from underneath. It's still hard to make out, but you're pretty sure you heard help.
Send the dog in.
All right, yeah. You let the dog out of the car. It kind of looks up at you, makes its way over. It doesn't seem to lure anything. Nothing responds. It kind of paws at the debris, but as far as you can tell, there's nothing waiting.
We go down there with the dog.
Go down there with our spotlight on the top of the truck.
Yeah.
Okay. You approach the debris, and it does look like a lot of like cement or Just part of structures of like the external part of the building have collapsed onto the road here, and someone got trapped underneath. Who would like to try to help them out? What would you like to do?
Yeah, let's help him.
Okay, so just trying to like clear debris as much as you can, trying to.
I gave you a virtue again.
I gotcha.
Right.
All good. So who's gonna make the roll?
I haven't rolled yet. I'll do it.
All right. Okay, that is a success. That is a lot of ones though. Do you have a card that might be able to help you with this? A trait that might help you.
I don't think so.
Okay. One of my favorite expressions in tabletop role playing is the dice like to tell a story as much as anyone else. So I'm going to snatch these over here. That leaves 4 dice for the remainder of the scene. You manage to kind of working together, manage to lift a lot of the debris, and you find someone. Kind of middle aged, getting a little older man. He's wearing some clothes that have kind of been torn from the falling debris. It looks like maybe his arm is broken. He's got a little bit of like a beard and some hair. His eyes are a little with a spotlight. He seems to be kind of recoiling from the light, but it might just be from the fact he hasn't seen any source of light in at least a couple days. He kind of works his way up, takes a moment as he's trying to look at. I'm sorry. I don't. Thank you for helping me. Could you please lower the light? That is blinding.
Throw water at him if he's a creature.
You splash some water on him. Okay. You splash a little water on him, and he kind of. I'm sorry. Is that water? Could you please lower the light just for a moment? I. Who are you? Where did you come from? Have you seen anybody? My name is Sorry. My name is And he kind of freezes for a moment. I'm terribly sorry. It seems to have left me here. Um, he kind of looks himself over, and you notice he has this little like card badge. It just says like Benjamin Hughes. As you're kind of looking at it, uh, I don't, I don't remember how I got here, but everything's a little fuzzy. I'm sorry. I've been trapped into this spree for some time. What? Can you tell me anything? I have no idea what's going on.
We take him with us.
Do we help him out? Give him some water. Look him over medically. Like,
Do you want to give
take
him an
him.
inspection?
I think so.
Okay.
See what's up.
He looks relatively okay, but you can tell that he has his arm does look to be broken. And if not, like you can see like the bone kind of breaching from the skin without any real treatment that could get infected.
Well,
My guy's the first responder, so could I set his arm and give him a little sling?
Absolutely, give me a roll.
I gotta roll.
Yep. Anytime you take any action.
All right.
6, no ones. Fantastic. You managed to kind of get him fixed up, get him in a sling. I clean the wound. Um, he screams out when you reset the bone, but you get everything kind of neatly cleaned up. Thank you. Thank you very much. Um, I I remember that I was walking down the street, and then all of a sudden everything went dark. The only it was like 2 in the afternoon, and suddenly it was like a new moon. Um, uh, Boats. I work on boats. I was on my way. Oh, gotta love technology. He goes. I work on boats. I was on my way to the pier when the building collapsed on my car, and I've been trying to crawl out of the wreckage, and I got stuck. Um, have you learned anything since then? Do you know anything? Has the sun come back? I'm afraid I'm terribly out of the loop here. What do you guys wish to do with Benjamin?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can now.
No audio.
I can hear.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear us? Hmm. Uh, can you hear us now? Still can't hear anything.
I can't hear anything.
Do you have the deafen button clicked, maybe?
If he was deaf and to mute him as well, we wouldn't be able to hear him.
Uh,
Weird.
That is
you
weird.
might just have his output volume all the way down, no?
Yeah, I was looking at that too.
Can you still not hear anything? Okay.
Can anybody hear? Yeah, you can hear?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't hear anybody. I can hear noise from my Discord coming in and out of the calls, but a little green frame pops up around you guys. I have no idea.
He may need to try restarting Discord entirely,
Well, you
or
could
maybe
hear
even.
that.
Okay. I sent him a message. We'll see. Um,
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
yeah, how about
Okay.
we just go ahead and take like a quick 10-minute break while they're trying to fix their computer.
Sure.
Everybody needs to go to the bathroom, do whatever you gotta do, and we'll come back and I'll let them know.
Sounds good.
You guys hear me now?
We can
We
hear
can
you.
always hear
Can
you.
you hear us?
Okay. I can hear you now. Yeah.
Hey.
Fantastic. All right. So, I believe the last question asked was, what do you guys wish to do with Benjamin? He has revealed that he doesn't remember much of what's going on. Brendan, it looks like you fell out of the tabletop. Did it let you keep your cards? Oh, kicked out again.
No.
Do you remember what they were?
I can try here.
Let me know when you got it all sorted out.
I can't think of a brinker moment. I don't remember what mine were.
The person who would have it changed your positions. I think Braden would have given you your brink. Do you remember what you gave him?
I think I said something along the lines of,
Instead of revealing it, if you wouldn't mind just recreating the card and sending it to him, that way it doesn't reveal it to the
okay,
table.
yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Okay, appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, I sent it over.
Okay. So now they're situated. Benjamin has revealed that he knows how to work on boats. He was on his way to the pier when his vehicle was collapsed on. What do you guys wish to do with Benjamin in this moment?
You gotta take him with, cause if we get to the boat and something's wrong, he's gotta fix it.
Okay, so
I
you
agree.
want to try bringing him along then?
Hmm.
Okay. You grab Benjamin. You get into the back of the vehicle, and you begin to drive. As you continue making your way around these debris and various blockades, cars left about, you do finally kind of make it to a clear strip of road, and you're making a pretty good, uh, you're making good time at this point. Occasionally, you hear Benjamin kind of make he coughs every once in a while, but he looks like he's okay. Um, however, the dog Do we want to name the dog?
Uh, Jamonti.
Was it Monty or was there something before that?
Yeah, do Monty. Monty. Yes, that works.
Monty? Okay. Monty seems to be kind of between uh, Pegasus and Benjamin, as he seems to be kind of just watching Benjamin. Not acting, but just very closely keeping an eye on him. You get to kind of like this long strip of like interstate before reaching another blockade, which doesn't look like it'd be too difficult to get around, but it is a little inconvenient at the moment. As you pull up and come to a stop, trying to take in the area, you see there's cars that look like they've kind of piled up on each other rather than like a proper police blockade. Um, you don't see any, again, no bodies or like necessarily evidence of people, but it looks like if you can just kind of get a little of the debris out of the way, you could probably just nudge your truck the rest of the way through to get into like the second part of town uh, between you and the pier.
Well, we have spikes on the truck, but is it too much debris?
It would be too like you that would be effective for you. It's just too much debris at the moment, but you could kind of work on clearing a path enough that you could push the rest of the way through. But it would require getting out and kind of manually clearing some of the debris.
All right. Well, what do we have in the back for our supplies?
You have food and water. You have fuel and a generator and a portable spotlight.
Well, I'm a scientist, so I say we use the gas to burn a lot of the debris away. Like,
Okay, so you want
but,
to use your gas to weaken the barricade to make it easier
hmm
to break through.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead, give me a roll.
All right. Ooh, not good.
Do you have anything that might be able to help you reroll that one?
I'm watchful. I'm addicted. I'm addicted to getting this out of the way.
um, I will let you attempt to reroll the one if you want to burn your watchful card.
Yeah. Um, you just think I should do it?
Yeah.
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 All right. If you burn the card, go ahead and roll, and we'll take the leftmost number as your result.
All right. I burned it. 6.
And it's a 6. Okay, that is very fortunate. Um, as you take the gas, you head out there, kind of cover a bunch of the debris. You set it alight. You guys see this large bonfire that begins burning away some of the, weakening the structure enough that you could probably just ram with your truck, push an opening through, and continue on your way. Your truck pushes through, and you're now on like the back half of the city. And you can see that there is there's fewer cars out here. There's less evidence of like destruction and things along that line, but you do still see there are some blockades. You're kind of navigating the streets. Following the path that Benjamin's giving you, you do finally get to one spot that is clearly a dead end. Um, the optimal thing to do would be to turn around, but you notice that as you stop the vehicle, as you turn, you see there's like 3 people standing at the edge of the street that you drove down. Not moving, little far to be more than silhouettes at the moment, but they are standing there facing your direction.
Should we engage again?
Might as well.
We're at a dead end, so shit.
See what they want. If they can help us.
So you're gonna get out of the car and go engage.
Behind the dog.
Okay. How many of you are going, and how many is everybody going? Is anybody staying?
Should we all go?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. All four of you. Do you bring Benjamin with you, or do you leave him in the car?
He's our bait. We'll bring him with.
Okay. You all step out of the car and make your way down the road. As you get closer, one of them starts to step forward. You see kind of a younger gentleman wearing kind of like a suit, long tie. Uh, his hair is a little disheveled, but it is mostly pretty kempt. He looks at you. My name is Oswald. You seem to be a little lost. Is everything okay? Maybe we can help?
Who said maybe we can help? He did to us.
Oswald, yeah.
Hmm. I want to know what his, what his motive is.
He seems pretty
What's your
clean,
motive?
doesn't seem to have any evidence of anything necessarily wrong with him. He just seems to contrast hard against the area that you've been exploring for like the last couple hours.
What's your problem with that area?
Sorry?
I just said, what's his problem with the area? Does he have like beef with us? Is he not liking that we're in this area?
What I mean is like you guys have been exploring a vacant, like dead ruin, and this guy just looks like he works in marketing somewhere. He himself contrasts with the environment. Like
No,
sticking out
we're
like a
not taking
sore
his
thumb.
help. He's gonna kill us.
Yeah, we're not asking for his help now.
No,
Yeah.
we'll put Benjamin out there.
What was that?
We'll put Benjamin out there if we need to.
Is he a monster? Or is he more of like a human like us?
He looks human. He doesn't seem
Oh,
to look like the creature that you encountered at the farmhouse.
let's take the action. Get rid of him.
Is it just him?
Let's throw water in him
Okay.
again. See what happens.
Okay, so who's taking action? What are we doing here?
Who's the strong one?
I think we determined Braden. Braden was security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm security with the axe, so I guess I'll go. What are we doing to What are we gonna say to him? Like, what are we doing?
He wants to murder him. So I'm like,
Just kill him?
Let's get rid of him.
Yeah.
Keep in mind there are two other people with him. He's just the one who spoke to you.
The other two left.
Okay, so the one kind of behind him on the left looks a bit more like he might have been security. Still pretty well kept, a little disheveled, but clean. The one on the right kind of looks, they are a woman. They look a bit more. They look a little bit more like what they look a little more to being like the same shape that Benjamin was in. They look more disheveled, a bit dirty, um, but she's kind of looking at you through her brow, and she's kind of like watching everybody.
We'll put a dog at her.
I'm
Should we
sorry.
just threaten? You send the dog at her, didn't?
Let's just make him give us all their supplies, and then
Yeah.
maybe-
Yeah.
Can we kill all of them?
Nah,
I don't
think
know.
we need to.
Whatever you guys wish to do,
Scare tactic though. Go
It
with the
is-
axe and the dog and
up to your imagination.
All right, we'll come at him with the axe and the dog, and then we'll ask him to give him all our stuff. But we don't need to kill him unless they like try and fight back. Then we will.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you threaten them.
Yeah.
We got 5 plus Benjamin. I mean 4 plus Benjamin.
Okay. Go ahead. Who is kind of leading this intimidation? Go ahead and give me a roll.
Security guy.
All right, I'll give a roll.
Okay. Pretty good. You tell me how this plays out. You've got a success. How do you envision this playing
They end up giving us their supplies, so we got some more food, water. They had a flashlight, and one of them had a one of them had another weapon, a machete, and then they yeah, so they just gave us all their stuff, and then we told them to beat it, and they beat it.
out? Okay. They promptly give you everything in their possession and flee the scene. The woman glares at you, but she does leave with the rest. Who takes the flashlight? Who takes the machete? I'll add the water and food to your group inventory.
Someone who
He
doesn't
put his
have
mach-
a weapon should take it.
Take the
probably
machete.
scientist. Oh yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Scientist.
So whoever's taking the machete, add it to your inventory card. Whoever's taking the flashlight, add it to your inventory card.
Who's taking what?
First responder or scientist?
First responder with the flashlight?
I
Yeah,
can add
let's do that.
Did somebody
What
ask
was
a
it?
question? Because I didn't hear it.
What was the machete? Is that what I'm taking? I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Someone told me like what that is. I've never heard of it, but
It's basically just like a short sword kind of knife situation, usually used to like cutting through, like branch into like
Brush.
the brush. Yeah,
yeah.
like very
Like,
Indiana Jones, like cutting through, popping out from the woods into
yeah.
a other area
Very
kind of thing.
scientist vibe.
Got it. Got it.
Okay, so you get back in your car and continue. This has been an incredibly successful scene considering losing all of those dice very early on. You make your way. Finally, you get to a point where it looks like the pier is pretty heavily blocked off. A lot of police blockades that are kind of going out a little bit. It would be difficult to continue this trip in your vehicle. You can attempt to, but you are pretty sure that you'd be making quite a bit of noise. So you can attempt to try to clear it, or you can attempt to start maybe moving on foot or going around. Unless you can think of some other alternative.
We're not near water at this point, obviously. How far are we?
You are in like, because of the successes that you've managed, you are in like, you're about the halfway point from, we'll do it this way, coming from one side of the city to the other. You're about 75% of the way through. It would only take you maybe another hour or two to get there if you can manage to get your vehicle through all of these blockades. An hour or two after getting through the blockades. If you go on foot, you're probably looking at a good few hours, maybe another half day.
Better go through them then, right?
Yeah.
How many cops do we got to take on?
It's just the blockades. It's like cars and they're little like the little road blockades and things along that line. Getting out occasionally to have to move like strips of like I forget what they're called, but where the police like throw out like a coil of spikes to take out the tires. Yeah, things
Oh,
along
I
that
got the
line.
machete, so we can get rid of those, right?
All right, go ahead and give me a roll.
All right. Ooh.
Do you have anything that would help with that? any of your traits.
With getting rid of, what am I getting rid of?
Possibly rerolling that 1 to possibly give you an opportunity for a 6.
Yeah. But like specifically in this scenario, what scenario am I in at the very moment?
You're trying to like move debris, whether you're like getting out and manually moving blockades or rolling up. Like you're just out physically trying to get things out of the way so that your car can continue its path.
Yeah, it just would depend on like what it is. Could my machete do it in this case, do you think?
It's not to re-roll ones. It has to be your virtue or your
Oh,
vice. So if you can apply those to the situation,
I cannot.
then we lose another candle,
Boo.
and I take over the narrative. You guys are out trying to clear a lot of this debris. At one point, you're making some decent progress, but at a certain point, there is a bit of like a collapse. You move something in such a way that the support that it's creating causes a large ruckus as many bits of metal and brick collapse downward and crash onto the road, kind of cementing the blockade. And after everything settles and it gets quiet again, you hear off in the distance. And you could hear a tumbling, almost a roiling wave of stomping coming your direction. The nearest shelter, you see what looks to be an abandoned bank. You run and take shelter in the structure, and that is where we'll transition to the next scene. So we are down to 8 candles, which means you guys get those back, and I get this one. And then we go into the next phase. So let me remove this. All right. So this time we're going to start with Braden to kick things off. My document vanished. There we go. All right. We go back into another set of truths. So these things are true. The world is dark. Braden, you will kick us off for the set.
For a truth, we can go in the bank vault to hide if we need to. It will protect us.
Vault is secure.
Ready for mine?
Yes, yes.
There's some money. No.
Sorry, we would be going to the left. So according, I have Isaac next.
Okay.
So you'll be after me.
Oh, what are we gonna have in that vault?
It is like an entire
Well,
bank, so like there's other elements of the building as well.
are we able to get out of the vault, like if that happens, or we're like still outside of the vault right now?
You know that it's secure. If you would like to guarantee that there is an easy way out of the vault, you can absolutely make that your truth.
We have metal doors that come down in case of emergency.
So like lockdown, metal shutters type situation on the
Yeah,
external.
yeah.
Got it, got it. All right. Then it would be Brendan.
We were able to take most of our supplies inside with us. Food, water.
Good
Yeah.
call, because I definitely was going to scrap all of those if you didn't say anything.
Nice.
Okay. Food, water. Okay. Uh, all of the systems, like the lockdown features, everything works. You can get in and out of the vault. However, the power is down. It will require you to fix the backup generator in the basement.
Hmm. Well, what can fix a backup generator?
Did we get the generator inside the bank or not?
It's in the basement
Yeah.
of the bank.
The-
What about the one we brought? Did we bring that in?
I will say the generator would be a little more difficult to move than like the
Okay.
food and water. You
Um,
guys were actively fleeing a horde.
just trying to think of how we can get down to the generator. Like, what would help us in this scenario? Can I ask for input, or I gotta just think
If
of
you want
something?
to, I don't mind.
Yeah. If anyone have an idea of what could help us in this scenario?
Maybe maybe Benjamin's got some knowledge with generators.
Yeah,
Yeah, did we bring Benjamin in with us?
Benjamin knows.
I assume Benjamin and the dog were with you.
Oh yeah, we got the dog too.
Monty. All right. Benjamin. I can type. All right.
Can I ask, are we having trouble getting to the generator or just getting the generator started?
Well, this is you just kind of entering the bank. You guys haven't actually gone down to do any of that. My truth is essentially some of the security measures that you've mentioned can be accessed after the generator's repaired.
Okay.
So you don't know if it's difficult to get to it. You guys, truth might be able to make it easy or more difficult. Just kind of, let's see where are we at right now. There should be 7. 1, 2, 2, 3. 4, 5. All right. And Cade, you just gave me the.
Yeah, I used Braden's idea there for that. Ben's got the knowledge of generators.
All right, Braden, that's you again.
Well, I'll use your inspiration. We can get down to the generator pretty easily. It's nothing blocking it. It's just a nice path down the stairs.
Okay. And then at the end, we are alive. So, as we go into the next scene, you guys get into the bank, close the door behind you. You hear the rushing of them moving by. You can hear peeking through the window. You can see them beginning to kind of explore the area. They haven't caught on that you're in the bank yet, but it's likely that they will eventually, or at least spread out their investigation to here. You have Benjamin, you have Monty, you managed to bring your supplies in. You can see them climbing over and like inspecting your vehicle. A few of them occasionally kind of sniffing the air. What do you wish to do? You get an idea that there is likely a generator. I'll say that you've already kind of assessed this kind of floor up here. You have the vault that you can climb into to provide some level of security, but you know that you can have access to the whole building if the generator's active. If you have any questions about the scene, feel free to ask. Otherwise, what do we want to do?
Anybody got anything?
I mean, maybe we just try and start the generator quick. We gotta run down there and try and start it up.
Send Benjamin and Monty down since he
Yeah.
knows what he's
Yeah.
Okay. So you send Benjamin down with Monty. $10 turns to 20 minutes, turns to 40 minutes, and you don't hear anything.
Well, I think I'm gonna give Brendan my machete to go check on him.
I got a flashlight.
Can't, you can't have two. You can't have two things.
I'm saying I got a flashlight. You got a machete. Yeah, let's go check it out.
Oh, yeah. Should I go with you? I'm just little, but yeah, I'm observant. So let's do it. I'll go with you.
Just a little.
Just a little guy. All right. So Brendan and Pegasus are going down into the basement to try to check in on them. What is Isaac and Braden doing?
We're on watch, making sure that them things are staying out, and then if any of them start catching on to us, we can all run to the vault.
Okay. You guys make your way down. Close this out. As you are kind of exploring space, you see that there is kind of like a few rooms down here. There's no blockades. You're able to kind of make your way through. No obstructions, but it is quiet. And in the little strip hallway that you immediately go down, you don't immediately see anyone. But you do see that there's a door that seems to be ajar on the far end of the hallway onto the right.
The door that seems to be a what on the hallway
Ajar.
down to the right?
Open. It's open.
Oh, yeah.
Go check it out.
Let's go.
Okay. You approach the door. Go ahead and are you approaching cautiously or are you just kind of rushing in there?
We're a little cautious.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Who's rolling?
You got it.
Ooh.
Do you have anything that can help you with that roll?
I don't think so.
Well, yeah. I said I was gonna give him my machete, but
And that ends the scene. Another candle goes out. You approach the door, kind of poke your head in. You can hear Monty snarling a bit. As you open to take a look in, you can see Monty is currently fighting one of these creatures. Has him by the throat as the creature is kind of like snarling, but you do see Benjamin's body broken and bleeding over the generator. As you kind of step in, the creature, its eyes kind of look over toward you. The Monty still ripping at his throat. You see another one emerge from the shadow and grab Monty. They turn their attention toward you. About this time, upstairs, you guys notice that they begin making their way toward the building to investigate. And about that moment where Monty killed one, several of them perked their head up and turned toward the bank. You all run and lock yourselves in the vault. And we will shift to the next scene. I will take another die. And we will kick these off. Brain did the last one, so these things are true. We are alive. Isaac, what is the first truth?
We brought all of our food and water into the vault with us.
Gotcha. Brendan.
Did Monty make it, or can we say Monty made it and made it into the vault with us?
I will say Monty made it, but Monty is hurt.
First responder.
Yeah. We grab Monty, get him in the vault, and give him some medical care.
Monty is stable. Okay. That makes it me. The vault is providing security, but it does have a limited supply of oxygen. So you will have to determine whether or not you wish to stay here until it's not there anymore, or try to brave the outside.
When we went in the vault, we found 3 shotguns.
All right, 3 shotguns. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3. Braden.
We also found a lighter in there.
Go ahead and add a lighter to your inventory.
Okay.
All right, that brings it back to Isaac.
Let's see. Brought a lighter. We have limited amount of oxygen, right?
Yeah, there's no ventilation in the vault, so you have limited oxygen.
What are those like light beams or whatever I see in movies that can cut holes into the vault?
There's a vault cutter in the vault.
Yeah, there's a vault cutter in the vault in case of emergencies.
Hell yeah. All right. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. We are alive. So, you guys scrambled into the vault. You find some more resources in here. But the situation's pretty stressful. You can hear the creatures pretty muffled with the being inside the vault, but you know they're out there. Benjamin is dead, but Monty is stable. A little slower than he was before, but he's no longer as wounded. You guys have a moment in the vault here. Is there anything you wish to do?
Spread out the shotguns between us and plan on cutting the vault open and seeing what's out there. You good with it?
Okay. Using the vault cutter, go ahead and give me a roll. Okay. Do you have anything do you want to save these ones or let them ride?
We'll let him ride.
All right. So, 2 6s. You have narration control in this moment. Yeah, you successfully
All right.
used the object. So, what do you want to do?
Where can I say what happens with the shotguns and the creatures and in the abandoned bank here? Is-
Yeah. Yeah, with it. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, sure. What do you have in mind? Usually, you have narrative control over the result of your action. So, like, you have all the gear, and you are cutting the door or cutting the wall away from the door to get away from them. What are you doing? Like, what? How does this play out?
Once we get out of the vault, there's We go attack them with our shotguns. Creatures.
You're gonna fight them.
I'm gonna fight them.
All right, give me another roll.
Yeah.
This is a contested roll, so I will get to roll as well. I did not roll any sixes. So, do you have anything to help you with that one?
Mm. So we went out there with our shotgun. I mean,
Kind of just
tell me
guns
where we're
blazing.
at. Just guns blazing. That's where we're at.
That's what you decided, right?
Yeah. Now, how about we're just going at them, seeing what do these people? They talk? Can they talk?
Okay. Okay, so before we continue, I need to make sure I'm on the same page here. Are you engaging violently or are you attempting diplomacy?
I already said we were, but that puts me in a
If you,
bad spot.
I will say, if you wish to engage violently, I'll let you keep your roll. But if you wish to try diplomacy instead, if you weren't necessarily cemented on it, I will require a reroll.
All right. Well, let's do a re-roll then. Cement.
Go ahead and roll for me. Incredible. All right. Do you? Awesome. Do you have anything to save those ones in a diplomatic scenario?
I want to find out what everyone else's motives are. That good?
It's got to be your virtue
That's
or your
well,
vice. Yeah.
well, well, here's the thing. My vice, addicted. Like I'm addicted to finding out what they want.
Okay, so let's figure out what it is you're addicted to. Addicted usually probably some kind of like sustenance or substance or something on that line. So what or maybe something a bit more less chemical, like maybe nope. Okay. Perhaps something less chemical, maybe not a drug or a drink, but maybe you're addicted to gambling or something on that line. Um, so what do you think Pegasus is addicted to?
I mean, I really don't have anything to help us out here.
Okay.
Um,
Well, that is the nature of the game. If that is the case, and we have nothing to save this die, then another candle goes out, and I claim another. You step outside, trying to be diplomatic. The creatures immediately turn toward you and charge. The vault is now compromised because you cut a hole in it. There is no refuge there. Unfortunately, this also means your things will be harder to grab. So when it comes to truth in the next round, you'll be able to claim 2 things out of the supplies that you managed to claim so far. You have to flee the bank. You managed to escape them, but you are now kind of further into the town. You're starting to see things that you didn't see before now that you're kind of on this final stretch. You see that there are bodies and such kind of strewn about. You are finding, as you're kind of looking around from place to place, you can see where there are people that might be hiding. But the moment you look up at a window and spot somebody, they step out of view, or maybe a curtain closes. As we step into this next scene, we will begin the truths again. Apologies, who started off the last one? Was it Isaac? Okay, so right then.
Braden.
So
What
we
is the
made
first
it.
truth? You
We
succeeded.
made it to the.
Yeah, unless something crazy happens, you don't die till the end. So you guys did succeed in getting away, but you guys are now kind of just further in the city and kind of out in the open, kind of wandering the streets.
Do we have our truck still? Are we driving? Got some supplies and our shotguns with us.
So, like I said, because of the nature of the thing, you lost much of your stuff. Because of the nature of that encounter, you lost a lot of your things. You're able to use your truths to keep 2 things. If you don't use a truth to keep them, then it got left behind.
So I can use my truth to say we kept the truck.
The truck was already lost before getting into the vault.
So we're just wandering through town.
You're on foot. So, like, things you could take, like, I brought food and water, or we brought the shotguns, or
Mhm.
All right, we got the shotguns for sure.
Okay, kept the shotguns.
Yeah.
What would you like the second thing to you've kept to be?
What's that?
The second object that you kept, what do you want it to be? Like, you have the shotguns, I said you can have 2.
You guys have ideas? Is there anything you guys want?
Well, food and water, so he can't hit us with any of that, right?
Yeah, say we grab some food and water.
Okay.
We still trying to get to the boat?
That's up to you guys. You know the boat is there. It's just a matter of, is that the path you're still taking? So, Brendan gives me that. I will say they have your scent.
Or scent?
Your scent.
They smell like us?
They can smell
No, they
you,
could
and
they
they
could
can
smell
smell
us.
you. They can track you.
Oh, yeah.
Kate,
Um, when they approach us, they're friendly.
you cannot make a truth that produces an effect on
How
them,
about you? Yeah.
or specifically
How
anyone.
about we found a
Yeah.
new vehicle and a road to take to get to the boat? Like, new vehicle.
We can say you found a new vehicle. All right.
Yeah.
Now, I want you guys to. I don't know if you've noticed the trend in how I've been implementing things. If you leave part of this game is about kind of like creativity and trying to kind of like narrow holes a bit. If you leave a hole, I did it a little less in the beginning, but as we progress and get closer to the 10th scene, anything that you don't include gives me space to play with. Okay, so you found a new vehicle. That puts us at 3. Braden.
Someone else, while we were in the bank, moved a lot of the barriers themselves, so we have a lot more of a clear path to drive in the new vehicle.
A lot of barriers were cleared by them. Okay. All right. Isaac.
Let's see. We found a lot of hardware and tools in the vehicle in case our boat is damaged at the end.
Vehicle has tools. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We are still alive. You're kind of in this intersection. where you do find the vehicle. It looks kind of like a sedan. It's been a little roughed up, but looks like compared to a lot of the vehicles around here, still operational. Um, the trunk is popped open, but still functional, and you can see that there are some supplies inside, some tools if need be. You can see that there is blood that seems to be dragged away from the door, and you don't find any keys in the car. So, how do you wish to proceed?
Well, since I'm a scientist, I think I can hotwire that thing.
Feel free to give me a roll. All right. No sixes, no ones though, but no sixes. So that means no opportunity to re-roll. Unless maybe uh, your moment. What is your moment?
I'll find everyone hope when I know everyone else's motive.
Okay, so your motive is to learn people's motives. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, in that case, I will say you probably would have had the opportunity to utilize that, not to re-roll anything, but to at least give you the hope die. If you wish to burn that, I will let you have your hope die and attempt to roll. If you wish to do that, otherwise the scene ends and we move forward.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Okay.
I'll do it.
So go ahead and burn the moment.
I did. All right, and roll. Oh, was that your roll? My bad. I clicked roll.
No, that's your roll. Yeah.
Oh,
And you
okay,
rolled a
perfect.
5, which is a success on the hope die. So you no
Oh,
longer have the 5, but you no longer have a hope die, but it did save the scene. Um, apologies. What were you doing again?
Or in the car.
Hot
yeah,
wiring the car.
hotwiring the.
Okay. Yeah, you get down there. After kind of fiddling around with it for a few minutes, the car starts. It's good to go. Uh, the car is functional. Is there anything anybody wishes to do in this scene?
Drive it forward.
You just want to get in the car and go?
To the boat, right?
Head
Okay.
for the
You
boat.
guys, you guys
Yeah.
get in the car and begin driving. Because of the actions of them earlier, there's not really any interference between you guys and making your way to the pier. Before long, you get to where you kind of reach the parking that kind of goes out into the pier and the beach. Let's see. As you step out, you notice that there are some figures down on the beach, not quite on the pier, and a couple of them are close enough that you can tell they are them. At least some. So getting across the pier to the boat will require a little bit of stealth, unless there's something else you wish to try to do.
Maybe we stealthily swim underwater to the boat.
You would have to pass them on the beach to get to the water. Or you could take a long way
Sure.
around if you wanted, perhaps going to like the edges of the beach and then swimming the length of the beach to get to the boat.
Sure.
Is that what you want to do? All right. Go ahead and Braden, give me a roll. Okay. You guys take a long path, managing to kind of avoid any detection. You get to the edge of the beach where there's not really any kind of them presence. You get into the water. You guys begin to swim. go ahead and whichever one of you wishes to. Uh, yeah, I'll say you get to the pier. You manage to make your way there. There's like a ladder or net that you can kind of climb up to get onto the uh, pier proper. As you take a look around, you can see the creatures kind of moving about the beach. After getting out of the water, they don't have your scent at the moment. You make your way over to the boat. Does anybody wish to who wants to roll to investigate the boat?
I'll investigate the boat. Oh,
I accidentally clicked the candle. Bring my.
Candles cannot be relit, and if a candle has been extinguished, we move as though this a skill has fit in the rules. It says if a candle is extinguished, the scene is over, and we move on. Okay.
Um,
Beautiful. Yeah. As you guys as you're getting onto the pier and everything, your dog starts barking when it spots them, drawing their attention. The dog goes to fight it, but it is drawing more and more, and the only opportunity you have to kind of take advantage of your current masked scent is to bail into one of the boathouses. We will now shift scenes. Uh, Candles extinguished. I take another die. There are 5 candles left. So we will go ahead and jump into it, starting with me. Um, the boat is out of fuel. Kate.
That brings it to me.
Mm-hmm.
We found gas tanks.
You found gas tanks in the boathouse?
Hmm.
Okay. Braden?
Um, on our long drive before Benjamin died, he taught us all his knowledge of boats. So if we run into any problems, we can fix the boat.
Learned how to fix boats. Isaac?
these creatures are scared of water, right? And we're in the boathouse.
They are hesitant of water, yes. You found water in the boathouse?
We knocked down the dock to get to the boathouse.
Okay, so you damaged part of the pier in order to kind of isolate yourself, kind of a
Yeah,
moat situation.
yeah.
Okay. And we have now crossed the threshold where we have fewer truths than players. So we now get to the final part, which is we are still alive. Okay. You guys damage as much as the pier as you can between you and them. Uh, Unfortunately, having to leave Monty behind in order to buy yourselves the time to hide in here, you close the door behind you. You find some fuel. Uh, you still have your guns. You still have your food and water. How do we wish to proceed? Any questions about the scene or anything you wish to investigate to try to? I will say there is like an element of like, if I didn't say there's something here, it doesn't mean there's not something here. You can attempt to like investigate for anything in particular, and then if you succeed, you get to say it's there type situation. If that makes sense. Outside of that, how do you wish to proceed?
We should probably put the gas in the boat and get out of there.
You'd
Yeah.
have to get the gas to the boat.
Hmm.
We found a paddle boat
You found a paddle boat? Is that
to
what you
get to the
said?
boat.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you find a little rowboat. Um, well, you're looking for a rowboat. This is not the truth. Now you have to roll to see if you find the rowboat, I guess. So go ahead and give me a roll.
Oof.
Do you have anything that might help you fix that one?
Get to the
Wait,
rowboat. Let's see.
why are these down here? You should have 5 dice. No one's rolled, right? That was the first roll for the scene.
Yeah, that was the first roll.
Okay. Go ahead and
Should
roll.
we
We'll look
roll?
at the first 2 dice. Okay. So that's a 1 with no 6s. Um, do you have anything to try to re-roll that 1, or maybe your moment could apply here?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it? Or do you want to try to use your moment, or do you want to burn one of your traits?
Try to use my moment.
What's your moment?
I will find hope when the darkness of the devil finds me.
It's found you a few times tonight. I think we can work with that. Um, so we'll bring this up here. Go ahead and roll. We want that blue die to be a 5 or a 6. Okay. That does use your hope die, and go ahead and burn your moment. But that does salvage the scene. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Cool, you find a rowboat. It is a rowboat, so cramming the 4 of you on it, plus your gear, plus the fuel, will be a little difficult. I will say you're going to have to leave something behind. So, what do you want to trade out your fuel for?
You said we're leaving the fuel?
If you want to bring, like, you don't have a lot of room to bring all of your stuff with this little rowboat.
Yeah.
Rowboat usually doesn't have a large group of people, so it's if
Mhm.
in order to fit all of you and the fuel, you're going to have to either sacrifice your food and water or your guns.
Probably the guns.
Yeah, probably the guns. We're almost at the end.
Okay, you
That we
discard
know of.
the guns and ammunition. You get in the rowboat. Who's going to row? Who's going to navigate the boat itself?
Probably our security guard, our big boy.
I can navigate and row.
Okay, give me another roll.
Alright. Roll.
That is a success. Do you have anything to salvage the 1 or let it ride?
Just let it. Well, I guess one of my my vice is that I'm a tweaker. So I'm just paddling like a tweaker. I'm going crazy.
I'll allow it. All right, go ahead and hit the roll. We'll take the leftmost number
And then burn the tweaker one.
and then burn the tweaker one. Yeah.
Okay.
What cards do you have left?
My brink moment and virtue.
Did you not burn a card earlier?
No, I haven't. I think I just let it ride.
Okay. Cool. All right then. Go ahead and hit
I'll
roll.
roll now. Okay.
Okay, so you don't lose a die. You successfully moved the boat. I assume you're heading to the boat that you guys need to fuel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way up there. It's kind of like it's not not like a yacht or anything. It's like don't know too many, but kind of like a sloop, a little bigger than a sloop. Kind of it has like places where you can sleep, like rooms. It's a sizable boat. It's got like it can fit like a small crew. Um, you get on board. You notice that they have been following you, kind of watching you, creeping across the pier as you were rowing. It looked like a couple tried to reach down, but they missed and splashed in the water, and you hear them hiss and they recoil. You get onto the boat. They're still kind of pacing on the pier. They haven't quite figured it out yet, but it wouldn't be they could clear the jump to reach the boat. What would you do now that you're here? Are you just going straight to fueling? Are you needing? Do you want to explore the boat at all? Looking for anything? What do you wish to do?
Let's have one of us fuel while the other people look for supplies.
Okay. So who's going to fuel it, and who's going to look for supplies?
I can look for supplies.
Yeah, I'll fuel it.
I'll look
Okay.
for supplies then.
So we'll start with the supplies. Whichever one of you wish to roll, go ahead and roll for me.
I can go.
Okay. Considering the circumstances on the situation, I'm going to go ahead and still ask for uh, Isaac to give me the roll to get the engine running.
Oh,
Each.
Do you have anything you can do about those ones?
maybe my vice is addicted. I'm addicted to fueling that thing.
I'm addicted to living. That's a good thing. No, uh, no, I don't think. Unless you can find a way to tie your addiction to the scene somehow. If not, okay.
No.
So, considering that is two failures, I'm going to diminish two candles. We will continue on the boat, but here's how the narrative will play out. You go looking around for supplies as it goes down and begins trying to fix the engine. Uh, you fuel it. You have enough fuel. You get the thing ready to go. You begin trying to get it moving, get the vehicle started so you guys can fuck off out of here. But as you continue messing with it, it starts to kind of, it doesn't fully kick over. It's just kind of stuttering. This begins making noise that everybody can hear from outside the boat. And they are now pacing a bit more frantically. A few of them finally take the gamble and they leap. There's a bit of a scrap, but you guys did have flashlights, and you use the flashlights to kind of get them to scurry below deck. Eventually, the engine does kick off, and you're able to move as you head out to open water. And we will now move into the next scene. You guys now have 3 dice as we move into this. Is anyone down to just their brink?
Just our brink. You cut out a little bit.
That's all. Is anyone down to just their brink?
Oh, no, I have a brink advice.
Okay. So you can't utilize the brink until you've burned all of your cards, but your brink can be utilized multiple times. If you utilize your brink, it rerolls your whole dice pool. But it usually requires you to do something pretty bastardly. So, Moving into the next scene, we only have 3 truths this time, which one is we are alive, and the other is, well, it's one is we are alive. So as we kick off, I think I started it off. So Cade, what is the first truth?
Did you say they got on the boat?
A few are on the boat, and I've taken off below deck.
Okay. Okay. Um, why don't you tell me what I'm addicted to something? Why don't you tell me what I'm addicted to?
You want me to give you your addiction?
Yeah.
Mm, I want to give you something. Who all has it? Like 2 people have an addiction.
Yeah. We have
Okay.
addictions and I don't know how we'd use
Uh,
them in these scenarios.
uh, Here, let me do this. All right. Pegasus is an adrenaline junkie. So anytime you do something that is threatening to you or to the people around you in some capacity, if you are compromising the safety of others to get a rush, you get to burn your vice. And Isaac. Our scientist is an alcoholic. Okay. So if you can find a way to utilize that in some capacity in a scene that you're doing, good to
Yeah.
go.
Well, just say that found another little pistol on the boat. I did.
You found a pistol. All right. So add a pistol to your inventory. Braden.
Um, we see a big great island pretty far off in the distance. It's kind of all by itself. There's not much land at all around it. It's surrounded by water and at least ways off in every direction.
Okay, so just like an isolated island out in the distance.
Yeah.
Okay. I love the way this is setting up. Um,
Oh boy.
let's see. And then Isaac. Oh no, that's
There's a
3.
bo-
So we do just get 2. We have 3. So the third one is we are alive. I apologize. We were out of truths there. So you found a pistol and you found an island. You're on this boat. It is taking off. You can hear them fucking around downstairs, but they have not come up above deck yet.
Well, I want to go see. I'm not gonna lie. I just want to go kill him. It's get
Got a
my
pistol. Why not?
So
need
you
He's got a
wish
pistol.
to get
you got
my
a
adrenaline rush somehow.
you got a
Yeah.
pistol, you got a butcher knife, you still got your fire axe and a
Yep.
machete.
Uh-huh.
So
I have a
Besides,
shit. Yeah.
you want to go
Yeah.
down and
So
try
start.
to clean house?
Yeah, I can't just say I killed them with those things. You think they're gonna fight back? You think they're gonna?
Well, I
Yeah.
will say it will become a
Well,
contested roll, and I have more dice than you now. So it's up
well,
to you.
I already said I was doing it, so I can't
Okay.
go back now.
I
Need
I
to.
I love the dedication. Let's do it.
all
All right.
All
You
right,
take your
here we
firearm.
go.
You start heading downstairs. You rolled a 6
Oh,
in it. That's pretty good. All right.
bang, bang.
So if I roll just 1 6, the victory still goes to you. But if I roll more than 1 6, that will be bad.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Damn.
Let me double check something. So you do not manage to kill them. You go down there, you take the gun, you begin trying to find them, and very quickly you come into a room that has a few of them. They lunge forward. Did anybody go as well, or y'all just
Yeah,
kind
I
of
went
leaving
with the axe.
Pegasus? Okay. Does anyone have? We'll say you had the flashlight. You head down there. You guys begin trying to fight. Um, One of you ends up using the flashlight to try to get them to back away as you move into retreat to head back upstairs, but not before Pegasus. As you are starting to go away, you feel something grab onto your shoulder and neck right here. As two of them grab your arm, you feel the snap, and your right arm is yanked off your body.
Oof.
You make your way up to the surface, and you are bleeding. Pegasus and Braden make their way back up to the deck. Pegasus has lost their right arm, and they are bleeding. Does the first responder maybe want to do anything?
Yeah, I slap a tourniquet on that right away.
Go ahead and give me a roll.
So I gotta roll.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Oh, you're dead.
Do you have
I
anything that can
tried.
help with that?
Um, I got all my cards: moment, vice, virtue.
Anything
Uh,
that might apply here.
moment, I will find hope, or virtue, I'm resourceful.
Okay, resourceful
Or
could
vice,
work.
well, I'm grieving. I don't know how that would.
You lost a dog and Benjamin. Um, I'll say either of those if you want to burn those. You can burn either your virtue or your vice in order to gain those 2 dice to try to see if you can roll 6, or at
I'll
least not have
burn
points.
my virtue. I'm gonna burn that, and then I get to re-roll. You said.
You get to re-roll. We'll take the 2 leftmost results.
All right.
You got a 6.
Let's go.
6 and a 3, meaning no ones. You don't lose any dice, and you successfully make a little tourniquet and kind of staunch the bleeding. Um, Pegasus, you're not feeling well, but you are alive, and you kind of have most of your functionality. It's very tender on the right arm, but, well, where the right arm was, but you still have your left. You can still do things. Those things are still downstairs. How do you wish to advance the situation? It's probably a good, like, hour on the water before you reach the island.
Well, are we on the way yet? I mean, I say we definitely proceed with the boat, even with the people up down there.
You are on the move, but you do still have like 4 creatures down below deck.
Yeah.
You got one good arm left. Go fight him with the other.
Yeah. Well, you said I have the gun and my machete still, or they have it now?
uh, I'll be nice about it. Sure, you got your gun still.
I need some adrenaline. I'm gonna try to kill them again. They took my arm.
They just took your arm. I'd say that's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get rid of them.
you're going
I
you're going down for round 2.
got two. Anyone
All
come?
right, is that what we're doing?
Yeah. So give it a roll.
Yeah. Is anyone backing him up?
I'm not going back down there.
Going back.
Nobody's got
Okay.
my back here. All right. Well, I
I
guess.
jumped on. We'll go in.
Give me the roll.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go. Yeah.
Oh, I stopped to roll. Yeah, I got excited for a second. My bad. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So here is how I'll handle this. Since that is 2 checks in combat that did not succeed, I will count it as a failure. I will go ahead and extinguish this candle. I will say you receive very serious injuries. You are bleeding on your torso. You have a couple of open wounds, a couple broken ribs. Breathing's a little difficult for you at the moment, but you managed to kill them. You make your way back up to the deck. Everyone is there. Uh, you guys see that he's not doing too hot. We now shift into the ninth scene. Which, who kicked things off last time? Was it Braden? Or was it Cade? It's hard to keep track after a minute. The Truths.
I think
I
it was
haven't.
Cade.
I think it was Cade. All right, that means Braden, you have the only truth for this scene. What is it going to be?
We make it to the island.
And we are still alive. You arrive at the island. The reason I laughed earlier, said this is setting up. Did anybody see Dawn of the Dead?
I'm not.
Okay, fantastic. So you guys get onto this island. As you kind of step out to explore, there doesn't seem to be any evidence of any people here. Not that catches your eye immediately. You look around, you see that some of the trees here do bear fruit. Water might be an issue, but worst case scenario, you do still have gas in the boat. You might be able to make it to the mainland in an emergency if you need to. Now that you're here, what does anybody wish to do in this moment? Anything you wish to try to scout out, or any particular actions? You do have someone who is grievously wounded.
I can't do anything.
And like I said, you can ask questions about the scene, or if you want to try to like, can I find this and roll for it? That is a gamble you're able to make.
I mean, what
Is
kind of
the-
island are we talking about? Like Tom Hanks' Castaway? I mean, like this nothing. Like just
You're welcome to give me some
syrup,
kind
syrup.
of investigation roll. What you're seeing right now is you're looking at like a very. This island is just like maybe an hour away from a coastal city. Clearly, it's gonna have some stuff. It part of the thing was that it's not populated, so there's no real structures or anything here. Maybe. Uh, oh, welcome back. Maybe you saw something to the effect of like yeah, we'll say it like this. This island might have been like a small off-city resort where people might stay when they were being nearby. However, due to the truth that was provided in the last scene, there's no one here. There are no people here. So, uh, we'll say there's like a small structure where you might be able to find food and water or things on that line if you wish to explore like particular items, but that's about the extent that you're getting just for the scene setup. Anything more specific will require like going and investigating.
Go and investigate and find a big bunker.
Find a what?
Find a bunker.
A bunker?
Yeah.
Give me a roll, see if you can find that bunker.
Well, we're finding that. Better not.
And you've already burned your moment.
Yeah.
And that is a failed roll. I was supposed to take that away from you anyway, but we blow out the ninth candle. Bear with me just a second. All right. We are now on the island. You've done a lot to get here. However, there is only one candle left, which means only one truth remains. We are alive. And I now must snuff that candle. As you begin looking for a bunker, each of you wandering about trying to find some sort of refuge. There are no people here. No one's populating this island. But they aren't exactly people, are they? As you're looking for a bunker, you begin to hear something rumbling from inside the resort. Glass breaks. They have found your scent. They begin pouring out of the structures, few of them making their way toward you. Now we're just taking actions. So, as they're moving, you can collaborate if you wish, but now we're at a point, this is the final stand. You can try to escape, you can try to fight. Braden, what are you doing?
We're just gonna stay and fight. I'm tired of running, man. We're gonna fight them.
All right. Brendan, do you share the same notion?
Yeah.
Pegasus.
I mean, can I theoretically even fight though? I'm pretty wounded. I feel like
I mean, you got one arm, but
just
you got
run.
2 feet. You can run if you'd
That
rather.
chug jug.
I mean, yeah, I gotta go on with the crew here.
All right. And Isaac.
Yeah, I'm going in.
Sorry?
I'm going in.
Okay. So we'll just go down the line. Braden, what are you fighting with?
Fighting with my axe.
Go ahead and roll your 1 die for me. Okay.
I just gave my voice to Ryan. Oops. Keep doing that.
You go and you manage to stick them. You manage to deal a pretty fatal blow, but this thing is already into your neck. You feel the blood rushing, pouring down your chest as it snaps and rips the veins out. You're dead before you hit the ground. And the rest of you watch as your friend be devoured before you. Brendan.
So I'm fighting them with something in my inventory.
If you got something to fight with, yeah.
I only got a flashlight, so.
Well,
All right. We'll
Try
say
to
it's a mag
blind
light.
can
Go
I
ahead,
work
roll.
with them right now during this? Or we gotta go
Um,
around individually.
I mean, if you wish to kind of like work, I'll say if you wish to kind of like jump into the situation. Ultimately, you do still individually have 1 roll. If you have a moment that you can apply, you can still use your hope die if you still have a moment to burn to possibly gain you another success.
I don't.
Brendan,
I got to roll though, right?
well, do you have
Or-
a moment still?
Yeah, I got a moment. I will find hope.
When
That's all it says. That's all I got.
got it.
As far as I went.
You know what? We'll allow
When
it. Go
things
ahead and
get too
roll.
dark, I'll add that.
It's pretty dark. Go ahead and roll, and hope you're looking for a 5 or a 6 to tie.
So just hit the roll button then.
Yep.
Oh, wrong 5 though.
No, you need the blue one to be a 5. So you turn the flashlight, you go to strike 1, and you guys watch as it hunkers down, ducks under the swing, jumps, and just snatches him up and flies off into the darkness. Cade, you just watched Brendan get snatched away. What does Pegasus do?
Well, I guess still got a pistol. He's gone. Might as well serve justice and kill them.
So I just started blasting. All right, give me a roll. Do you have a moment that you might be able to use for this?
I do not.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Okay. You start firing the bullets. You are in so much pain. It makes it really hard to focus the line of that barrel. It dodges. Finally, it clicks when you ran out of that last round. And then you get tackled to the ground. Start to move away. You feel its claw dig into your back, grab onto the spine, and begin feeding off of you in the moment. Isaac. Now alone on this island. Your friends are dead. What are you doing?
Bare knuckle fight, baby.
We're boxing. All right. Do you have a moment that you can use here?
No, I got nothing.
All right. Give me that roll. Okay.
Hey.
Knock two out.
It's a tie. You managed to knock one down. In the moment, you just kind of like start wailing on it. Another one is starting to approach at rapid speed. What are you doing about that one?
Start kickboxing him.
All right, give me another roll. You turn around to kick them. They yank you off of. I don't know what camaraderie these things have, but anyway, it snatches you off of the one you're beating the hell out of, and immediately you feel it clawing into your chest, rending you open and feeding from you until finally everything goes dark. Screams move to silence on an island that nobody's on. And that is the end of our story. So, let's see. All right. That was 10 Candles. Everybody have fun?
Yeah, it was actually
Good?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right.
fun.
All right. Cool. So all I have to do is stop this recording.